Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is an unpopular opinion about NYSC as seen on the thumbnail. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. Turn on the post notification bell to be notified of a new video and share. Your opinion matters a lot in this video, especially if you have served our beloved country. I would like to hear your take on this, so kindly leave a comment below. The National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) is a mandatory one-year program for Nigerian graduates under the age of 30, established in 1973 by the Nigerian government under the General Yakubu Gowon. The program was initially designed to foster national unity, promote cultural integration, and provide young Nigerians with work experience through community service. And I'm very certain many of us, including me, are not aware of the purpose. For decades, the NYSC has been considered a rite of passage for Nigerian youths entering the workforce. However, in recent years, many people have begun to question the relevance and effectiveness of the program. The sentiment that NYSC is a waste of time and resources is growing, especially among the youth, sparking intense debate about whether the scheme should be reformed or scrapped altogether. This unpopular opinion challenges the traditional narrative surrounding the NYSC and highlights several issues that that call into question its current value and efficiency. Now, let's talk about the historical context of the NYSC. To fully understand why NYSC may be viewed as a waste of time and resources, it is important to understand the historical context in which the program was created. Nigeria, having gone through a bloody civil war from 1967 to 1970, was a nation in their need of healing and national unity. The NYSC was introduced as a part of a broader effort to reconcile the country's various ethnic and religious groups. The primary goal was to encourage Nigerian youths and to live and work in different parts of the country, particularly in regions other than their own, in the hope that they would develop a greater appreciation for the diversity of Nigeria. At the time, the idea was commendable. The Nigerian government believed that by having young graduates serve in unfamiliar areas, it would help break down ethnic and regional barriers, promote national integrity, and encourage a spirit of patriotism. Graduates were sent to work in various sectors such as education, healthcare, and agriculture, often in rural and underserved communities. They were expected to make meaningful contributions. Now, let's talk about the declining relevance of the NYSC. While NYSC program may have been useful in the 1970s, critics argue that it has lost much of its relevance in today's Nigeria. The country's landscape has changed significantly since the 1970s, and many believe that the NYSC has failed to evolve accordingly. Several factors contribute to the argument that the NYSC is now outdated and does not serve the need of the modern Nigerian graduates, which I will explain in 5 points. The first one is national unity versus the reality. One of the primary objectives of the NYSC is to foster national unity. However, many believe that this goal is no longer achievable through the program. Nigeria remains deeply divided along ethnic, religious, and regional lines, and it's unclear whether the NYSC has made any significant impact on reducing these divisions. The brief period that corps members spend in their service states, typically a year, does a little to challenge long-standing biases and prejudices. Moreover, the increasing trend of corps members being posted to their own regions or to urban areas due to security concerns has undermined the original intention of promoting cross-cultural understanding. Additionally, the program's requirement to post corps members to different states doesn't always translate into meaningful cultural exchange. Many corps members view their posting as a temporary inconvenience, and as a result, they do not engage deeply with the local communities. For some, the experience of being posted to regions they are unfamiliar with only reinforce their biases, especially in areas where they face language barriers or cultural isolation. Number two is the safety and security concern. One of the most significant criticism of the NYSC program is the safety and security risk that corps members face, especially in regions affected by conflict, insurgency, or crime. Nigeria has seen a rise in insecurity over the past 2 decades, with issues such as terrorism, banditry, and kidnapping becoming rampant in certain parts of the country. This has made it increasingly dangerous for corps members posted to areas considered high risk, particularly in the northern, eastern, and northern western regions. Numerous reports of corps members being attacked, harassed, or even killed during their service year have fueled the argument that the government is failing to protect them. Many families are understandably reluctant to let their children serve in unsafe areas, and corps members themselves often seek redeployment to safer regions. The constant fear of being armed undermines the entire experience, and instead of fostering national unity, it creates resentment among corps members who feel that their safety is being compromised. Third one is the inefficiency and misallocation of resources. Another major criticism of the NYC program is the inefficiency and misallocation of resources that are involved in the operation. Each year, the Nigerian government spends billions of naira on the NYC scheme. These funds cover the stipends of corps members, the cost of running orientation camps, and other administrative expenses. However, many argue that this money could be better spent on other initiatives, such as improving the education system, healthcare, or infrastructures. Critics point out that the majority of corps members are posted to sectors where their skills are either underutilized or not needed. For example, many graduates with degrees in science, engineering, or technology are posted to rural schools as teachers, regardless of whether they have any interest or training in education. This not only wastes the potential of these graduates, but also deprive sectors that could benefit from their expertise. In addition, the orientation camps, where corps members are trained for 3 weeks at the start of their service year, have been criticized for being poorly managed and ineffective. The training provided during this camp often focuses on paramilitary drills and basic entrepreneurship skills, which many corps members find irrelevant to their future careers. The poor living condition in many of these camps further add to the discontent, with reports of inadequate food, unhygienic facilities, and overcrowded accommodation being common complaints. The fourth point is lack of career development. One of the key selling points of the NYSC program is that it provides graduates with work experience and prepare them for the job market. However, many corps members find that the jobs they are posted to during their service year do not align with their career aspiration or academic qualifications. As a result, they spend a year performing tasks that do little to enhance their employability or develop their professional skills. In a country where youth unemployment is already a major issue, spending a year on tasks unrelated to one's field of study can feel like a waste of time. Many graduates would prefer to use that time to gain relevant work experience, pursue internships, or develop their entrepreneurial ventures. Instead, they are often stuck in positions that offer little in terms of growth or career advancement. Furthermore, the monthly allowance provided to corp members, currently 33,000 naira, is barely enough to cover basic living expenses, especially for those posted to expensive urban centers. This has led to perception that the NYSC program not only wastes time but also keeps young graduates financially constrained during a critical period of their lives when they should be building careers or furthering their education. The fifth point, which is the last one, is the economic and social costs. The economic and social costs of the NYSC program are not limited to the individual corp members. The program also places a financial burden on the government, which must allocate significant resources to support the scheme. In a country with limited financial resources and numerous competing priorities, some critics argue that the funds spent on NYSC could be better used elsewhere. Moreover, the program can contribute to brain drain within the country. Graduates who are dissatisfied with the NYSC experience may be more likely to seek opportunities abroad, believing that the Nigerian system is failing to provide them with adequate career development and opportunities. This exacerbates the already existing problem of young Nigerian professionals leaving the country in search of better economic prospects. Let's talk about the counter argument. The case for NYC, despite the criticism, there are those who believe that the NYC program still has value and should be preserved, albeit with significant reforms. Proponents argue that the scheme provides an opportunity for graduates to give back to the community and contribute to nation building. Many corp members have made a positive impact in the communities they are posted to, particularly in underserved areas where there is a shortage of teachers, healthcare workers, and other professionals. In addition, the NYSC provides an opportunity for young Nigerians to gain independence, develop leadership skills, and build networks with people from different parts of the country. For some, the experience of living and working in a different region opens the mind to new cultures and perspectives, helping them become more well-rounded individuals. Some also argue that the program's entrepreneurial and skill acquisition initiatives, though in need of improvement, have the potential to reduce youth unemployment if properly implemented. If the government invested in making this program more robust and relevant to the modern job market, they could help corp members gain valuable skills that will serve them in the future. So, in conclusion, is NYC truly a waste of time and resources? The debate over whether the NYC program is a waste of time or a waste of time and resources ultimately comes down to its relevance in modern Nigeria. While the scheme may have been, well intentioned when it was established, many of its original goals, such as fostering national unity and providing meaningful work experience, have become increasingly difficult to achieve in today's socio-political climate. The rising concern over safety, inefficiency, and lack of career development have led many to question whether the program is still worth the financial and emotional investment. That said, the NYC is not without its merit. For some, it provides a valuable opportunity to serve their country, gain new experience, and make a positive impact in their communities. However, for the majority of Nigerian graduates, the program falls short of its promise, leaving them feeling that their time and resources could have been better spent elsewhere. Ultimately, if the NYC is to remain relevant, it will need to undergo significant reforms to address its shortcomings. These reforms could include improving the safety and security of corps members, offering more relevant and career aligned job placement, and investing in meaningful entrepreneurial and skill acquisition programs. Without these changes, the perception that NYC is a waste of time could be true. We've reached the end of today's unpopular opinion. I would like to hear your take on this. Kindly leave a comment below, give this video a thumbs up, share with friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not. See you in the next one. Bye.